Howdy folks, and welcome to this week's review of NXT. We had a really good show this week, so let's get into it. We start off with the recap from last week of Kevin Owens attacking Alex Riley at the announce table. Basically Riley talking trash during the, Owens was on commentary, and Owens getting up and walking away, then post-match coming back and basically beating on Riley. We cut to start the show with Riley backstage with Regal basically demanding a match. Like, hey, you know what? I want my hands on him. And Regal basically puts the option in front of him. You're either a wrestler or you're a commentator. Make your choice. And Riley sort of looks all apprehensive about it, which is weird when you think of Riley's Twitter campaign for the last 3-4 months. Riley walks, but I don't know. We'll see what happens here. We get our first match tonight, which is Tyler Breeze versus Adam Rose of all people. Why is Adam Rose back on NXT? We don't really know. We get a little bit of a, hey, people are coming back to NXT line from the commentators, but it doesn't quite tell us too much. It's a good back and forth match. Adam Rose comes out ahead for a lot of it, but in the end, Tyler Breeze hits the beauty shot. That cool spin kick that he hits, and basically gets the pinfall. He basically backs off all of the rosebuds afterwards, a little selfie stick, trying to fight his way through. Pretty cool thing to say. Good match, just really not sure what Adam Rose is doing back in NXT. Him being back there, the Full Sail crowd eats up him and the rosebuds, and the dancing and the singing, but I don't know. It fell a little flat on Raw, so maybe they're bringing it back here. We'll see. Next up, we have Alexa Bliss backstage, basically the whole "where have you been?" And she says she is now physically and mentally recovered from her matches with Sasha Banks. I guess she had her nose busted up during that. The whole emphasis on she's now mentally okay, I'm calling it foreshadowing. I'm thinking we're getting crazy Alexa Bliss. I don't know, we'll see what happens there. Up next, we had Blake and Murphy versus D'Angelo Hawkins and Sawyer Fulton. Fulton looked a lot like Rick Steiner, the wrestling headgear, the amateur and the singlet. Other than that, pretty standard match. Blake and Murphy, I still think their entrance is going to give me a seizure one of these days. This was basically Blake and Murphy establishing, hey, we're tag team champs, we're still beating people, even if they're fairly no-name people. Blake and Murphy win with their suplex frog splash combo. Murphy did hit a pretty badass, frog splash. I swear he got, 3/4 of the way across the ring. At least that's the way the camera angle made it look. After that, we have Bayley backstage with Charlotte, wishing Charlotte good luck, and Charlotte basically shrugs her off with, hey, I don't need luck. Emma shows up again, tries to talk Bayley down from all the happy-go-lucky stuff, saying, hey, you know what, I tried to be happy and nice to people on Raw, and now I'm back on NXT. Connect the dots. I don't know, I keep hoping this is Bayley's Bayley overcomes, Bayley keeps being nice. I think that's an awesome character, so I just hope it's sort of her triumph over all the negativity. After we get a great Rhino hype video, it had a lot of classic footage of him. I think this is a good introduction for people that don't know who Rhino is. Sad to think people watching wrestling don't know that, but I think this sort of sets the pace for where he comes from, and everyone will know that you scream gore 3 times. It's gore, gore, gore. Come on, folks. It's not that hard. After that, we have Baron Corbin versus Tony Briggs. Squash match. The crowd started counting, but they got bored before they could finish counting. So it was a little longer than most Baron Corbin matches, but not by much. Don't know who Tony Briggs is, but he looked like he stole the costume from the old Spirit Squad. The green singlet, the white knee pads, the whole kit and caboodle. During that match, Owens actually came out. After the match, he basically reaches over, steals Riley's water bottle. Riley's there trying to ignore him. You see Owens drink the water, and then just pours the rest of it over Riley. Riley, of course, explodes, tries to attack Owens, and you've got Albert and the announce team basically trying to hold him back. After that, we get our Where in the World is Sami Zayn this week? He's in Montreal. Hey, he's still alive, folks. And we'll see what happens next week. After that, we cut back to Regal's office. Riley bursts in, basically demanding a match with Owens. At this point says, basically, screw it, I'll stop doing commentary, I'm going to come do this. I want to wrestle again. Let me get my revenge. Regal says, fine, no problem, we'll do this for you, we'll put you back on. We'll have you sign all the paperwork, it won't be this week, so you can't have him this week. And you'll fight Owens when I think you're ready to fight Owens. Not yet. CJ Parker was in there already, he starts talking a little bit of trash, so Riley challenges him next week. I assume we're going to get this since we weren't told we weren't. After that, we have Solomon Crow's debut. He faces off with Bull Dempsey. Pretty back and forth match. I was trying to get a feel for Solomon Crowe. I didn't get much of a feel out of this match. He has a strange finisher where he sort of like half bounced off the top rope and sort of has a splash out of that. I don't know. I do like his entrance though, very cool. Like, hey, we get the static on the screen, all the LED trons go to the color bars. He's got a really cool presentation. I just think he needed someone more versatile to work with than his first match out. Also, what's going on with Bull Dempsey? Like, this is how many losses in a row? Poor guy. He needs something going for him at this point. After that, we get to our match, our main event of the night. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks for the women's title. If you haven't seen this match, pause this now, go watch it, and come back. It's an amazing match. These two, I think this is match 4 for the two of them together. And each time, they just tear the house down. This was great. This was actually a lot more offense from Sasha Banks. A lot of submission holds. Just amazing work there. And plus, I think she plays the classic, like, Ric Flair, Hollywood Hogan villain gimmick amazingly. With the whole, I'm better than you, oh god, no, please don't hurt me, sucker people in, cheap shot them. Hell, 3 or 4 moves into the match, she rolls out of the ring, grabs his title, and says, screw this, go ahead, count me out, I don't need to beat you. It's those little touches that are just perfect. Sasha actually wins this match. When Charlotte goes for natural selection off the top rope, she actually holds onto the rope, so Charlotte basically face plants. Then she rolls Charlotte up, and she has both her feet on the second rope for extra leverage. Cheap win. I think it makes her look really good at this point. I thought it was a great match. And that's our show this week. I guess my final thoughts are, if the WWE was really behind this whole give divas a chance thing, this is the match we should have seen on Raw. Give us Charlotte and Sasha Banks, or give us, hell, Charlotte and Natalya that tore the house down. How many? They have like 2 or 3 amazing matches. And my last thing is, what happened to Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger after last week? They were sort of the focal point of their team imploding and wanting to, like, I guess, fight each other or something. But this week, radio silence. That's a bit weird. That's my review this week. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Please like this video. Please comment on it if you have any questions. Please subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @major_rampage, which you can see on the screen here. And I'll look forward to seeing y'all next week.